Welcome to Kill Team Casuals, a podcast all about Kill Team filmed in 3 different time zones by 3 different gents. The fires of faith have been lit, and in a few weeks we shall be playing with their ashes, but until then, please join the Kill Team Casuals. Enjoy.
Wellity Wellington.
Wellington boots.
It's the Kill Team Casuals rolling up casually on time, according to themselves. And we're joined.
Gandalf.
And we're joined, as always, to my right side. It's in a brand new room. It's Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop. Welcome.
It is me. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm in a different room because the name of the game is to be where my kids are not. If Last Pod has taught us anything, that is the name of the game. So passing it around to the king of the beanies, the beanie queen, Russ.
Wow.
Man from GFN.
Thank you.
I'm not ready for an intro. I'm not ready.
The Queen of Beanies, and you are my honoured subjects, and I will pass this welcome train back up to our Australian correspondents in the field, the man, the myth, the moist, Rhys Salmon. Yeah, from Threes to Wound.
Ooh.
Thanks, guys. Yes, we're here in the land down under, and things are out of control. And the thing we need to talk about today, as the correspondent from Australia, is that the next box set has already on pre-order this
Holy moly.
week. I need to get straight into it. I'm not mucking around today because I am...
They weren't mucking about either.
Yes.
No muck here, sir. You will find no muck here.
There is no flies on us.
The gallowfall shaming or forgetting about, or like GW just seems to want to move straight through it. The pre-orders didn't go too well. It seems there's a few more copies floating around than people thought, but then straight off the back, we're getting the next box sets. True, it's narrative. I guess it's slightly different. And I'm never going to say no to new releases, but it's expensive.
It's thick and fast, as you guys like to say.
It's very thick and fast.
Yeah.
It's going off like a frog in a sock. That's what I'm saying.
So froggy, man. This release schedule is just so froggy. I agree. Like I will never be mad about more things for Kill Team, but man, like if you bought the last box, like man, unless you're just like killing it, like you're just like swimming in it, like that's a lot to back, unless this next box is like 150 American, which would be an insane value. Like it's gonna be tough. I do like it though. Very excited.
Yeah, I've been hopping in and out of the boxes, which Gallow Dark, Gallow, the Gallows, whatever it is we're in.
One of the
Gallows.
Gallows.
That's the one. That's the thing. They threw that word on everything, but Into the Dark is what I meant. So it's been easier with Into the Dark to be hopping in every second box, because then you know you've got enough to do. You don't need any more terrain, like which I felt like is. I don't know what they were anticipating the reaction to that terrain was going to be. I really don't know. I know they tried to sell it with the boarding action, but yeah, it looks amazing. Love the terrain. It is more than a ball ache to make and paint and assemble for a game. Like I hate putting that. Like I don't know about you, but if you're not doing it, get your. I'm gonna give this hot tip of the week to Presho from our local scene, who has a teaspoon in the box with his kit and uses it to pry off parts. And I do that now because I was playing a game and I set up my Into the Dark kit. I was doing it as my opponent was coming into the local hobby shop, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I'm just setting it open. I was trying to pull it apart, and I just like cut my finger open. I spent, and it didn't hurt, but it was one of those cuts that is just like, it bled an embarrassingly long time. And I was just like, don't worry, don't mind me.
Bled from it.
Yeah. It just cut, like, because I got it just cut like right on the side. And it was a real shallow cut.
He's got office hands too. He doesn't have tradie hands. He's got office hands. I've got those hobby hands where you've opened. I've got so much dead skin on my fingers from playing guitar and bass, and then cutting myself with hobby knives, that it just, as I was prying to open my thumb, it just went, and I was blood everywhere, and I was just like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am going to be bleeding for the first 10 minutes of this game. It's a bit weird, but now I keep a teaspoon with me.
That's a good shout.
It is a good shout.
That's
a Presh tip right there.
Presh, thanks. Shout out to Presh. I feel your pain because back at KTO, I was assembling Baltimore at night in a tent with out any heating, anything going on at night. And so in a tent, Baltimore, February, very cold, setting up what was it? 15 sets of Into the Dark terrain, cold hands, just which they don't work. Everything hurts more when your hands are cold.
Definitely.
It's just it was brutal. I feel your pain, and that is a you tip. I've used guitar picks before. It wasn't ideal, but I've used them.
You need real base picks, real thick ones for that. You can't use you need a Tortex. Do you get the Tortex picks? That's a base pick.
Tortex.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you go for a pointy end?
I lied, Rhys. There's going to be a little bit of muck. I lied. I said no muck, a little bit of muck. Russ, what is your pick of choice? Because I'm a blue Tortex kind of guy.
I used to play Tortex, and I used to go between green and blue for base playing. But there's the I forgot the make, but it's like a Jazz 5, and it's a real small pick. Which has dust on it, and it's got almost like a little thumb groove, and it's just it's beautiful for like a nice bit of a little bit of sweep action. Real, I have it real tight against the fingers, so it's like real. I don't have a lot of clang on my my guitar pick.
Yeah, and those harmonics are just a millimeter away that way.
Yeah, that's what I do for
a millimeter away. Yeah,
you need it real close to obviously mute a little bit with you. Yeah, that's why I like those ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that happened. Definitely not going to interrupt and stop that from going on. And now, see, I was going to say I can't wait for GW to bring out an official spoon of their own and charge us $19 for that. But the time's gone. Maybe I don't know if I can make that.
Don't Lego
pick talk. I don't know what to do now.
Doesn't Lego?
I know where you're going.
Yeah, Lego has one of those little things where you can. That's what we need, Gdubs, and they're missing a trick because, as you say, stamp Gdubs or Citadel on that and mark that up. And they've got it. And you know what? I might even buy it if it was good, if it was well designed, because it's so annoying. I mean, man. But yeah, a teaspoon does it. Shout out, Presh.
Well, speaking of ITD terrain and gaming, I think we're happy to move on from Ashes of Faith.
What a smooth transition.
I think now we've stopped.
That's why we call him the moist.
Just slipping in. Just slipping.
Hopping around.
Russ, you had some tournament experience the other day. Speaking of having to build 900 kits of terrain, but it was a little bit different.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
Hey, I never know.
I got confused.
I was getting there early as well to help set up, so I must admit the spoon came in useful again. But yeah, no, we had a team tournament. I say we, Ben and Dan, who run the Manchester kind of tournament scene. Not you, I'm more capable, but less wholesome. Oh no, you do. I mean, you do tournaments as well in your neck of the woods.
Read between the lines, Russ. Yeah. Read between these lines.
They're not wholesome tournaments, though.
I'm not good at counting. You know that. But yeah, no, they did a team tournament for the first time, which is an experience I've never had, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt a lot more pressure. Which I shouldn't have felt, because when I got there, it was super relaxed. It was like the opposite of what I thought, because I was playing with the tournament organizer and Ben, who's a really good player. I think the last time we went to a tournament, they came first and second. Again, definitely not Ben this time. No, good player. So I was just like, oh no, my score will count towards their downfall. So I was worried about it, but when we got there, it was it was oddly relaxed. It felt much more like a social event that we were playing Kill Team. And I think it's because we had 3 rounds instead of 4, which is your standard. Then the standard is 4 rounds. But we had 3 rounds, so there's a lot more relaxed time in between. Plus, I was playing an Elites team, so it was the games never went full time. So it was lovely. But yeah, it was a lovely event. Yeah, met some great players. Some guys from Nottingham came up. We had some of the tournament organizers from Nottingham came up, which was great. Yeah, it was great. A shout out to Matt, who said hello. He said he was a fan of the podcast. So we'll challenge it now because maybe he won't even listen. But no, he had some breaches.
Prove it, Matt. You like the podcast?
Prove it. Yeah.
Prove it. 5-star review? Yeah. I don't see a 5-star review from Matt. Prove it, Matt.
But he had some. I played him in the second round, and he had some amazing looking breaches that he'd made out of. You can see a lot of people using the Palatine Enforcers from Necromunda as the RBDs, but he'd used them for the breaches, cool. And they looked beautiful. They were so nice, and that's why I didn't successfully kill many of them because I didn't want the models off the board. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to kill anything this game because these things are too pretty. So you know what, Matt? You can keep all your models on the board. Get rid of mine. Yours can stay. Look too good. That's how that went down.
So you are avoiding, apart from obviously hinting there, how did you go as the cheese master of the show? As the cheese chase, obviously taking Legionnaires, just trying to lean into the meta.
I think I don't think
Legionaries are as cheese free as they've ever been.
Yes.
At this point.
I'd say
not a cheese move to take Legionaries is not a cheese move anymore.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, Rhys. I'll have you know that.
Having played them,
I won't be made a fool of.
I'm going to say
I'm wading in the deep waters here. A lot of Legionnaire fans in this show.
I was going to say,
you both own 9 versions of that team. I'm just saying,
I think we've got like 18 Legionary teams between us. I still think Nurgle are great, and I still think probably, arguably, there is a case to be made that Nurgle is still the best team. Disgusting Vigor to change I know it's the right I bitch about people being able to like auto retain dice when it's not my team's doing it. Like Novitiates, they can just be like faith dice, and I'm like, yeah, God, that's so broken. Disgusting Vigor, that normal saves actually now at crits. They're like, I know I'm a complete hypocrite, but
I hate your dice manipulation.
But my dice manipulation is A-okay. Yeah. But no, I actually do think that nerf was probably warranted, but does make it it does actually make a difference. I'm surprised. Well, was it warranted? I think it might have been,
yes,
but
yes.
It just because it makes Nurgle maybe not an auto take, maybe, but I think it's not maybe enough. I think it's still probably an auto take.
I still think hands down, in general, Nurgle is the best.
Yeah.
Tzeentch is really, really good against certain teams. Like
I think as an all-comers, it's probably got the best shot.
Like when you've got like Tzeentch is very tricksy, 4 APL whenever you need it. There's some really cool stuff. This is not a Legionaries episode. I just love them so much. And like Tzeentch is super cool, but I think Nurgle just never being injured is, you cannot ignore that. Because a 4-up invuln is only good against Pathfinders, Vet Guard, but Nurgle is good against everything you will face.
Especially if you've got 6 models, it just means those 6 models stay fully viable the whole game. Like they're a pain in the neck until your opponent has to finish each one off. And doing that is not easy because there's Trixies to take away damage and stuff as well. Yeah. So I like the other ones are a bit more viable. I like that there's at least conversations because these nerfs, it was you never talked about it. It was just like it's Nurgle and
Mutagenic Flesh and Implacable were just too ridiculous. And now I think for me, Implacable is now leagues ahead of Mutagenic Flesh because Mutagenic Flesh is just to make sure special weapons don't cripple you, and it's sort of like that's fine.
It's also super good melee is the other side of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So power weapons. Yeah. Stuff like that. But like if you're against you know what? I was playing elites and I went into non-elites every time. And that is, I still think that's a bit of a rough, as long as the other player knows that they just have to out-activate you and save the good stuff till the end. Like if they don't do that, when you see them activating that plasma gun 3 models deep into your activation, you're like, okay, you haven't got that. You've got to use this against me differently because you need to activate that dude last when I've got no chance.
Listening to Turning Point Tactics.
You should listen to Slater and Turning Point Tactics. Not now though. stay here
Yes,
and then
after.
finish this podcast and then listen to the one that'll give you actual ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. But it was I went into novitiates, breaches, and then pathfinders. And unfortunately for pathfinders, it was into the dark. So I had the advantage there. But yeah, it was overall it was a really good event, and I managed to pick up a model for my corpse grinder beastman kit. Although I'm kit bashing them, but there was like 4 or 5 gallowfall boxes just there.
Just lying around.
Just lying around, like on the floor.
Ben, you were right last week. You said in England, they're just everywhere. It's falling out over the fences. It's lying in the streets.
Coming out on top of the fridge. Actually
were.
In the cupboard, you know?
And Russ, you still didn't get one though, with disdain.
I didn't get one. No, I you know what? I was so tempted. It's so bad. This is how bad it's getting. But I had, and if they hadn't released Ash Waste, no, I keep calling it Ash Waste.
Ashes
it's not
Fate.
that narrative one. Ashes of Fate. What a stupid idiot. No, but like if they hadn't released it, I'd have been really tempted to get it. But because I know it's coming, I'm like, no, save myself for this next box. That's my new promise to myself: is 1 in, 1 out, just so I don't drown in grey plastic. But even still, I'm still drowning in grey plastic, and that's with 1 in, 1 out. But yeah, it was good fun.
When's the next box coming after this one? I know they issued a roadmap. It's going to be a little bit of a break, right?
It must.
Does anybody know off top?
If this one's coming if this is pre-order next weekend, and then it's sometime in June, we're going to get Leviathan. I think they're just going to. I think they maybe give us a break, give our wallets a break.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that too. 10th on the horizon. Yes, I'm definitely getting that box set. Yes, I'm going to be continuing to drown.
OLM.
Great plastic.
OLMXD says the next season starts in the fall. So there you go. We get 2 months off after this one.
We get a break. Shout out to, by the way, to Lowbrow, Tyler. I missed out on the box. My boss forgot to hold a box for me of Gallowfall, so I missed out on it. And I just kit bashed a whole team of like Skaven goatmen. And Tyler's hooking me up though with the goat side of the box. So
Very nice.
Tyler's holding it down. Tyler also, by the way, runs events. Kill Team Cascadia.
I've seen them in it,
yeah, check them out. They got cool stuff going on all the time. Shout out to Tyler, Kill Team Cascadia. Check it out. Good dude, good scene.
Big shout out to the chat in general. Deep Fatty, Primaris, Monkey Mod. We've got a lot of the Papa Kraken. We got a lot of the legends in there today.
We got
all my favorites.
Some of my
favorite chat guys.
Friends of the show, you might say. And they're all in there. So big love, guys. Thank you. We can see all the shenanigans in there, and we appreciate it. Keeps us honest. That's for sure. Speaking of community, another friend of the show, not in the chat today, but another friend of the show, Emmanuel, has been doing a wonderful job with, we mentioned this last week as well, all the modeling challenges and all that. And one of them's finished up, and we have, as they say in the business, a wiener. But I quickly, may have been why we were a little bit late, I had to quickly put these little slideshows together. Took 2 minutes, but that's definitely why we were late. Of those, the top 3, I thought I'd show the top 3, get you guys excited for the next competition, as there is one coming up. Yeah, I've got pictures. We're pretty legit, man. And for people listening on the podcast, you're welcome. Okay, enjoy these pictures that you'll hear. So just quickly bring these up. So third place we have here. Hopefully these should just roll through very nice. This is Saya. So this is some very well detailed yellow dark.
Oh, nice.
So got a bit of very OSL. Nerdly. There's a bit
very
of
atmospheric pictures.
Green dribbly bits off the piping and all that. So this is a very nice. I actually like the doors are that kind of rusted red, so you can actually see where they are as well. So that's our third place getter. So well done to Saya.
That's third place.
This is third place.
Yeah, third place. Really solid. That shout out to Saya. She is part of the Squad Games podcast. Dakota,
nice.
Saya, and G, they run that, and they just recently started a YouTube channel. So if you like Kill Team stuff and you just want more Kill Team stuff shotgunned into your, viewing ports, go check it out. They do good stuff and recently started. So they did a video about all of their entries for this Gallowdark challenge.
Oh,
so that's
awesome.
pretty cool. So go show them some love. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, moving on to the second place here, and there are no losers here. These are all, that was the voting was fierce. We saw the numbers and it was very like a toiga.
Close.
So if you don't see yourself here, there was some amazing stuff. So do not feel bad. Keep smashing it out. But second place, this is James Wales. So this was personally one of my favorites.
I remember this one
Because
baby.
Yeah, some handcrafted extra bits and pieces to really give this some
this is what it should have been. This is what they should have given us. They should have given us like wall segments that were like Adeptus Sororitas walls, Nurglified walls. Yeah. James Wales got the assignment. He knew what was up. He knew what that was meant to be given to us.
This assignment.
Yeah, he understood the assignment.
So this is
as a green stuff man, trying who messes with the green stuff from time to time. Just kudos, man. This is wonderful work. Absolutely wonderful work.
So yeah, fantastic work there. So it leaves us now, drum roll, onto the number one, the firstest of the places. And here we have first place is Buster. So this Buster. This is great in terms of, I love the addition of the flooring, the actual
my goodness
weathered board.
This looks like it just is real. Kind of in a way. It just looks like that's what it would look like if it was actually happening. You know what I mean? It looks great. It looks real smart.
It looks like if you picked it up, it would be heavy. It genuinely looks.
It does look like it is. Yeah,
heavy. But if you pick it up and be like, oh, okay, that's wow, okay. But you see the photo, especially with the models in there. It's the thing I like about this is it's that. It adds the scene, creates the scene, but also works really well to highlight, I guess, the models and stuff you'll have in the game. So I think that's sometimes the subtle art of terrain is it supports it. It's like a good base on a model. It actually makes the models look even better, more in the atmosphere. And I think that's what makes this so good.
Mm-hmm. As DeFi says, it is schmick.
Oh, very schmick.
Yeah, there is. I think you nailed it. So I don't know why I'm going to say anything more because I think you nailed it, Rhys. But
I'm just going to reiterate.
I'm just going to say what you said, but
I'm going to say it with a different accent.
There is like that sweet spot of terrain where you want it to look great, you want it to look pretty, but you also don't want it to distract from your models. And that's a great point. And this is so clean. And by clean, I mean filthy in the best way. Like
run down.
Is that what they call that? Oh man, it really is lovely work.
So I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say that I think this looks, it doesn't distract from the miniatures that you might put on the board. But it's really, sorry, I'm just saying what Ben said, but in a different accent again. No, it's lovely. I really do like it. Do you think he's a Nurgle fan? Because he's got original Death Guard Compendium guy in there with a big axe.
Yeah,
and he's got also Galapox.
Big old axe.
So I'm thinking big old fan of Nurgle.
Oh, there you go. So that's your top three. So congratulations to those three.
Fantastic.
The biggest thing too, thank you to everyone who entered. Thank you to Emmanuel for running
you
the
guys
competition.
Big up to Manuel.
Are we announcing the next one, or is that on us?
So,
are we allowed to, please?
So we can announce the current challenge because there's a current challenge, and then we can tease the next one after.
Good.
That. The current challenge is a family photo challenge. So this one, I tell you what, this is great for me. This is great for me because we all have a lot going on. We're all very busy. We all have lives. We have families and stuff. This is a family photo challenge. Excuse me, I have a beard hair in my mouth. And so just as to take a good picture of your models, like to level up. We've been leveling up our painting, leveling up our kit bashing. Now it's time to level up your photography game because it doesn't matter on the internet. If you want to show off your cool stuff, if you can't take a good picture of it, doesn't matter. people on the internet won't see how cool and amazing your work is. So you can check that out at the Strategic Advantage blog. Check that out if you want to get all the details. Also, in the current challenge channel of the, or it's called Current Challenge Family Photo 2023 for all the details. Emmanuel, again, just rocking and rolling. Nicest guy in Kill Team, maybe even nicer than me. Me and him are fighting for the nicest guy in Kill Team spot.
It's the nicest fight you've ever seen too. Yeah. It's like no,
both of them actually fighting for the other person. Like Emmanuel's like, it is Ben, it's Ben, and Ben's like, see you, Emmanuel.
I think I've auto lost it by even saying that I could contend with him. I think I've already lost.
I think that's what it is.
Not nice.
Are you trying to win it now though? Is this what this is? This subterfuge? No. Are you like,
this is my. Yeah,
this is your last ditch attempt.
I want people to think I'm humble.
Okay.
I don't want them to know that I'm a horrible egotistical monster. That's
obviously.
Yeah. But no, thanks to Emmanuel. Like, just what a great dude, and what a great challenge, and what a great participation. Our participants crushed it. Shout outs to Saya and to James Wales, I think,
and we had Busta as well.
Busta, hit me up. We'll get you a Kill Team box of your choice, a single team Kill Team box, and you earned it because that is super rad.
I think he wants the Felgor Ravagers this week as well. I mean, he just messaged me earlier. Yeah, he was very adamant. He's
sending them to Oz.
Yeah,
is that what this is?
It's like,
Busta.
Don't worry, I'll get him too.
Busta's located too. Yeah,
yeah.
Now the sneak peek. Ben, you did such a good job announcing those details. This might tie in with maybe something we've already been talking about today.
Yeah, so we wouldn't dare spoil it because Emmanuel has big plans that we don't want to step on. But the next challenge does have something to do with Ashes of Faith. I think that's probably all we can say.
Okay,
but it is Ashes of Faith related, which is pretty spicy. I think people are gonna dig it.
Spiciness.
I have already started, guys. I know I am
filthy cheat. Filthy cheat.
I am known for not following through with things. I realize that. But I've already started picking out my bits and looking for like all the bits I want for this next challenge because I know what it is. We know what it is.
I love it. Hey guys, you can't know
this is insider trading.
Here's a tease. Yeah, I'm finished though. So good luck.
Are you serious?
No.
He's talking about you, man.
Talking about you.
Oh, I think like, whoa, did you do it already? Oh my God, I'm a monster.
That would be the most brutal thing ever. It's like, guys, here's the tease. I'm finished and entries have closed. So I'm just going to send myself a box kill team that I've chosen.
Voting has begun, though, so make sure you all vote for me.
Yes.
Oh, hey, it's getting warm here.
Oh no,
it's exciting. So stay tuned for that for next month's challenge.
Yeah, looking good. I'm looking forward to it.
Now we talked a little bit. We've touched on briefly what we're working on. I just wanted to go back and highlight just quickly before we get into Legions of Russ. What do you guys got to show off? How far off are some of these teams? Your Felgor Ravagers. What are you guys doing for those? Have you got some exciting improv you're working on with them or? Ben, we'll start with you.
Yeah, man.
I'll start. Yeah. Speaking of good improv, that was good improv on our end. Good improv, just dead silence. Not a yes and, but a no but. So I have kit bashed a full team at this point, and I don't have anyone with me right now, like a loser.
Wrong room.
It is Zangor bodies with Skaven heads, a couple of Bloodletter bodies with Skaven heads, and then the leader is a Slangor. A big old like sexy Slangor with fish like big old stockings like up to the thigh with a Skaven head. Yeah, and then a bunch of green stuff, and so it's pretty good time, man. I'm pretty happy with it. As soon as I finished building them, Tyler was like, "Hey, I might have an extra box that you might want to get your hands on," and I was like, the adult in me says, no, I should just finish painting up these Ratgors, the Scavengers. But I was like, no, I got to have those models because I just want to come around. Listen, sometimes you can change your mind. It's okay. I admit that when the goats were announced, I was not a fan of the models. I was wrong. They're beautiful models. They're great. I want to paint them. I've changed my mind. I am right. and you all no, I was wrong. I was right, and everyone else was no. I was wrong. I can't even say I was wrong.
You can't say it.
You can't say. You physically cannot say.
I can't bring myself to say it. Anyway, that's where I'm at. How about you, Russ? You have some really cool stuff you've been working on.
I am embarrassingly working on another Legionaries team. I'm working on the World Eaters, which I've made. I was painting them up. I got another team. Well, I wanted to take the Blooded to this tournament, and I was dead set. And I was, I'm going to take the Blooded to this new tournament. So I was kind of getting them all ready, and then when I decided, I finally sent the word over to the to Ben and Dan who were running it. I was like, I'm going to run the Legionaries. I'm not going to do Blooded. And I thought, you know what? Because I'm doing that, I can paint them up in a night. So I started furiously painting through the World Eaters before I realized I wasn't going to get them done. So I reverted to the Nurgle ones that I was doing. But I picked up a corpse grinder set for Necromunda. And I've been trying to, but yeah, it's such a cool kit. I think, honestly, I just wanted an excuse to buy that set because I love the sculpt and there's loads of cool extra bits that I knew I was going to keep afterwards. And I've been building my Felgor Ravagers out of them. So I'll put some pictures up on Instagram, I guess, at some point once I've actually done some. Maybe I'll use them for the family portrait picture. I probably want to paint them in time.
I'm tempted to do this because I'm terrible at my photography. I definitely don't do my models any favors. I'm like a dad taking photos on his iPhone, actually on an iPad, holding it up, going when I'm taking photos. But I ruin it all.
Big,
exactly. And then always, for some reason, no matter what's in it, they're out of focus. But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and I did pick up a shaman model that I'm going to use because that was the only model I wasn't too sure about. But I picked up a cool one, and I've made it look like one of the corpse grinders. So yeah, I'm quite happy with them. I'm kind of looking forward to
the best model from that set, Russ, for you is the dude who's just literally swinging the buzzsaw. That is one of the best models I've ever seen them create for Necromunda.
It's so cool, just like
I just imagine
like wildly impractical. Yeah, I love it.
I was thinking about that one day, like just doing a test with that, not with an active one, but like just put a bit of paint on the end of it and just swing it around and see what you actually hit and how many times you hit yourself. It's just I love it. I love it. It's so impractical.
Yeah, but that's what I've been painting. I might paint a bit of Man of War. I'm going up back north for this weekend to have it like a gaming weekend. And I think my mate wants to play some Man of War, and I've got some elven boats. So I was like, I wonder if I can get them done. But maybe. But yeah. Very nice. But how about you, Rhys? What have you got on the table? What have you been slaying in terms of grey?
Well, I've got the Felgor boys, and I must admit I'm impressed with the models. Like they're a lot bigger than expected. But no, like they're quite imposing little, like big little guys. You know, they've got a lot going on. I love the details. I've been enjoying building those. But I went back and decided to build a second Blooded team. I really liked the other Blooded team. I painted them as Sons of Sek from the Gaunt's Ghost novels. I like them.
Yeah, man.
But I wanted my guys to look even a little bit more haggard, and I really loved when the Jackals box set came out. So I got the Khorne Jackals. I had some old cultists, and my favorite was for the ogre. I got the Ogroid. Is it Thaumaturg which is like an AOS?
Yeah, Thaumaturg.
Yeah, Zenshi model.
Is it the Therodon? The Therodon or the
Thaumaturg. Okay, that one. Yeah, the wizard one.
Yeah. Sounds like Legions of Russ.
I didn't realize how it's a massive model, because I put it back.
Huge.
Yeah, on the 40 mil base, so it matches the actual ogres, but he barely manages to get amongst it. But I gave him a big chain glaive spear in the end. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'm very happy with how they turned out. I just wanted to make, I don't know, I said I want to play the Blooded in my next narrative campaign. And I like the other models, but I was like, if I'm going to do it, let's give him a bit of heart, a bit of love.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
You still love the blood.
Every time I see the Ogroid Thaumaturge at the shop, I'm like, oh man, he would make a great Ogren. Like I've always had that thought, and now you brought it to reality, and it's so sweet, dude. I can't wait to see it painted up.
It's one of my favorite AOS models. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the AOS aesthetic at times. That one for me nailed it. Really good.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
Well, I think, do you know what time it is, lads? I think it's time for Russ to say his catchphrase.
I think it's time to play it up inside itself.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
We really can't blame the delay today. We're just slow today.
Welcome to Legions of Russ. It's a time again where we test the bounds of madness we as a community share. In this game show of sorts, I read out a clue, a riddle, a cryptic mind puzzle dredged forth, frothing and naked from the septic tank that is my brain, for you, our contestants, to guess upon. It could be a guard regiment, a legion of space marines, but regardless, it's likely to be obscure. But who knows, it could be your favorite. In this game, contestants, and if you can hear me, that means you, shout out your names as buzzers to hurl guesses like freshly warmed socks at me, your friendly host. And now, the victory conditions. First, we have the partial guess. If you can partially guess the correct answer, you gain 1 victory point. If you can do this before clues are given, then you will receive 2 victory points for your partial guess. And then we have the completion guess. If you can make the completion guess, then you score 1 victory point. And as a bonus, if you are able to score the partial and the completion guess at the same time without clues, you score an additional victory point for the completion tack op. And if that made any sense to you at all, then your names are probably not Ben or Rhys. So let's go to the guys and see how they're feeling about today's game. Ben, how are you feeling, buddy? We're starting with you. Bam, bam, the mudslide, landslide, Bigelow. How's you feeling?
Well, after last week, I'm feeling a little bit better. After crushing Rhys and crushing the chat, after crushing the entire chat, I feel pretty good. Big because wins. I'm not gonna lie, I needed that win. You know, sometimes you're like, man, if I don't get this little victory in this one thing, like I'm not gonna sleep tonight. And so I really needed that. I'm feeling good. I recovered, and I'm feeling good. Ready to crush again. I'm ready to snipe both of these. I don't think that's arrogant of me. I'm ready to snipe both of them. Wow. I feel it in my blood.
Nicest guy in Kill Team.
Yeah,
I just feel it.
So claimed nicest guy in Kill Team wants to
I feel that 2 snipes. After this, wow. You have to call me Wesley Snipes after this round.
The blade.
Because I'll never pay my taxes. Okay, moving on. Who else we got? Rhys, how are you feeling, brother?
Well, geez, I mean, I wish I could say I felt as good as you. I'm hoping. I feel like I'm where you were last week. I need this for my week to be okay. Otherwise. Things could go downhill. They could snowball real quick. So let's not muck around. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You're feeling ready. Okay. So I'm going to give you choices. And I know it's dangerous, too many choices and all that, but you can have Chaos, Admech, or Xenos. So I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to let you pick.
How about this, Rhys? How about both of us hold up a 1, 2, or 3 at the same time? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so Chaos is 1. Admech is 2.
2.
Yep.
3 is Xenos.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Go for it.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm going to go for the one you didn't pick. Is that how this is working?
Let's do it. Let's go for it. I'm in.
So you collectively both didn't want to do this one, and that is the one
Classic Russ. Classic Russ.
Yeah. Classic. So make sure your chat is closed down so that you're not cheating.
Already.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Everyone in the chat, we've got Ali, And I'm going to say this wrong. XD1DYMU5X also picked Xenos.
Ooh, good for you guys.
Didymus. The chat wins always. So,
can you say that name again? Sorry, Russ. Who
Go to hell. So you know what I'm going to say, because it's been a while, that we might have to divvy it up, but I've lost track of who's been winning.
Oh, I was significantly in the lead. Like,
I might just, can we just say we're in season 3 and I'll start again? Say season 2 is a bye.
As long as we acknowledge that I won last round, I ended on a win. So I probably won the whole thing.
That's the start. I feel like that's the start of season 3, the last episode. You're winning one game. It was 5-1 to Ben. Season 3. So you're starting off with a win. This is game 2 of season 3 in a weird way.
I think I'm all right with that because I don't think my season 2 was that good, so I'm happy to forget it.
Yeah, I think we just write off season 2 because we've kind of refined everything a little bit. It feels like I feel a little season 3-ish. You know what I mean? I've got this season 3 feeling about it. So nothing else has changed. Only I will now track the scores and we can have a winner.
Does this mean we're in season 3 of the podcast as well now? Is that
you know what? God damn it! Should we just say this is? You know what? It's happening.
Welcome to season 3, everybody.
It's like that moment in Spinal Tap. This is you are there at the rebirth of Spinal Tap. Jazz Fusion. This is it. Season 3, episode 1. Let's roll.
Woo.
Okay, so we're on Xenos. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you a real nice clue because I'm a lovely gentleman. We're going Dark Elves, Drukhari.
Oh.
So I'm not going to be giving you the start of this. It's going to be Cabal of the.
Okay.
Because they're pretty much all Cabal of the. Yeah. So it's just going to be
Rhys,
the next bit that you have to guess.
Partial guess. Cabal of the.
-1 points. I'm afraid, sexy boy, for that. That was a sweet chin moment. That was, you know what that was? That was the screw job. That was the Montreal screw job. You just try to do there. You try to fleece Ben out of a rightful victory. You've got another nickname, Ben. You're now the Hitman. Ben the Hitman. Oh, you know, it kind of works.
Ben the Hitman.
Ben the Hitman Bigelow. Ben the Hitman Bigelow. Your surname is Bigelow, right? Given.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah, Benjamin Bigelow Campbell.
Benjamin Bigelow Campbell. That would be a badass name. BBC.
That would be.
Ready for
Okay, anyway. We're into Legions of Russ. And we've been in Legions of Russ technically now for like 20 minutes. Yeah. But let's get on to the actual first one. So here we go. Chat, I hope you're ready. I will read it out and then I will check on you because I feel like you guys get it. Okay. What do you got guesses? People are already guessing. Well, Ali had a damn good guess, but I'm afraid it's not that one. Okay, so here it is. You're playing tennis and you hit the net on the serve, but it goes in. Your opponent races forward, hits none other than the sentient AI from 2001's A Space Odyssey. As he returns the faltering serve, pardon me.
Speaking of faltering,
I had to scroll along because it's a real long one here. It's not. I'll start again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to start again. So I'm going to have to scroll along. I realize how it's gone. You're playing tennis and you hit the net on the serve, but it goes in. Your opponent races forward, hits none other than the sentient AI from 2001's A Space Odyssey. As he returns the faltering serve, a fictional street fighting major slices the ball in twain midair with a sonic boom. Time slows down as you look at his chiseled hairline and whisper his name with a mix of surprise and reverence. Not all of this is relevant to the actual
Rhys.
guess. It's just a story. Rhys.
It's the Cabal of Lethal Guile.
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is indeed. So we had in here, we do have, I think Deep Fatty got in there with the old partial before you, but you weren't to know. Oh, yeah. Let Hal, and then the last it was just Guile.
That had me really confused. I had Guile early, and then you kept talking, and I'm like,
yes,
Guile.
You know what? I just none of it.
Guile,
I got away with it.
Hal. All I had was Hal. That's the only thing I had.
Hal. Yeah, lethal. Nice going. Yes, so it was indeed the cabal of the lethal, the cabal of lethal Guile.
This is what winning feels like. It's nice. I like it.
So it's they were. So I'm going to give you a little bit of history of them. So it's slightly different. So it's not a chapter. So this is in the Ultramarines were dispatched to free the enslaved population of Agri-World of Valanin from the cabal of the lethal Guile. And the third company was sorely pressed by the Xenos Gravcraft. So they like a lot of Gravcraft, until their hunters deployed to reap a great tally amongst the swift Xenos craft. There is little other information known about this cabal in official Imperial records, so it's quite a sparsely known one. But well, unless you're Rhys and boom, shot in there with an absolute snipe. Let's play it up inside itself as we go on to the second Legions of Russ.
Woo!
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Yeah, magic.
Wow! So that was a 4 victory point sweep for Rhys there on Legions of Russ. But that's
pretty spicy.
Off to the start. This is the start I needed.
This is what you needed this one.
I really needed this.
You were losing so bad. You needed it. You really needed it. You started off last week so bad.
I did.
You really needed this.
I don't even understand the scores.
Rhys, man, I gotta say it. I'm happy for you, man. You needed that.
Nicest guy in Kill Team.
And that comes from the nicest man in Kill Team. Yeah.
I was gonna say you would have been the nicest, but Emmanuel just messaged me before you and said, "Hey, good work, good job." Like nicest guy in Kill Team.
I'm rooting for you.
Nicest guy.
Yeah,
always.
Actually, I just got a message from Matt. Oh, he's just congratulating me on just generally reading it out and saying how good job I'm doing. Lovely dude. What a lovely guy. What a lovely guy.
40-minute intro to the game show we play every week.
So now I'm just going to pick one. You know what I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick Forge World.
Yeah.
Bias.
Everyone in the
That's
chat.
What we call bias.
Are you not a fan of Forge Worlds?
Well, I just picked Chaos. And so I'm assuming that you're picking it just to spite me. But no, this is good. We've never had a Forge World.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to do?
I win it. I'm excited. We hadn't had it before. That's why I thought it was exciting.
Yeah, that's a good move.
We've got, you know what I'm going to do? We've teased it before. We've got a Patreon hangout at the end of this. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to save one just in case they fancy a little spicy last minute Legions of Russ. A live Patreon Legion. If they fancy it, I'm going to have it ready and going. And then maybe, Ben, you can win back. You can win back your chaos there.
Dignity.
But for this, we're going Forge World, people.
I love it.
So get your Forge World thinking caps on. And again, keep off chat. I'm going to look at chat because I think Deep Fatty gets a victory point. I think he gets a partial guess. Not for this one. No, not for this one. Damn, that'd be quick. Haven't you read anything? No. So I think he does get a partial. He got in there close, but Rhys did manage to get it. So
Forge World.
Are you ready? Ben, how are you feeling? Ready. Forge World, you don't seem too confident. Is Bam Bam not a fan?
Let's go. Feeling real bad. Bam. Let's do it.
Sexy boy, how's it going?
Feeling top of the world.
Bit of sweet chin music.
Yeah.
Are you warming up the band, as they say?
Yes.
Stomping that old foot.
You better believe it.
You better believe it, baby. So, everyone in the chat, your name is your buzzer. Get ready. It's what you might casually call a periodical publication. And if it's about cars, it might mention this internal combustion engine that heavily features nitrous oxide again, casually. Complete this old-fashioned expression of surprise, incredulity, or pleasure. Blank, oh my. Keeping it casual, what might you casually call a member of an ancient civilization that ruled the galaxy before transferring their consciousness of the entire race into mechanical bodies? Now, that was a long one. So they say. I will read it again.
Ben, Ben.
Okay, Ben. You weren't too confident, but Bam Bam's here comes the landslide.
Mycronic.
Ooh.
Micron.
It's not, but you know what? You know what? I'm going to agree with you on one point. There is some mouthfeel there. You got some real mouthfeel. And because you are so close, I'm going to nip into the chat to see what we've got.
If anyone else
no one's got it yet. No one's got it yet. But you know what? There's some mouthfeel going on. So I'll read it again. Because this is only the first read, people. You're not meant to get them straight away. So it's what you might casually, unless you're Rhys, who just, sniped it. It's what you might casually call a periodical publication. And if it's about cars, it might mention this internal combustion engine that heavily features nitrous oxide. Again, casually. Complete this old-fashioned expression of surprise, incredulity, or pleasure. Blank. Oh my. Keeping it casual, what might you casually call a member of an ancient civilization that ruled the galaxy before transferring the consciousness of their entire race into mechanical bodies? Now, I think we have this, or at least Ben has this. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, we see there's some people in the chat are getting very close. Digger Al's getting very close. He's circling around. Oh, actually, has he got a bit? Oh, you know what? You guys are so close to it. Actually, has someone got... No, not quite, but you guys are very close. So no, it's still up for grabs. You can still. Geez,
this one's got me. I said I had what part Ben had with the casual Necrons.
So these are not. You got to get your 40k heads in there. So D5 is asking for it one more time.
Yeah, a bit slower.
Give it one more time.
Dan, I just shoot for the hip. Miasmic.
Close, but it's not miasmic. Again, there's some sort of mouthfeel there. I'm going to break it down into 2 words for you for free. So the first word is made up of 2 of these kind of things. So the first word you're looking for, and it's 2 words. The first word is, it's what you might casually call a periodical publication. And if it's about cars, it might mention this internal combustion engine that heavily features nitrous oxide. Again, casually. That is the first word. The second word is complete this old-fashioned... I've lost it. Complete this old-fashioned expression of surprise, incredulity, or pleasure. Blank. Oh my. Keeping it casual, what might you casually call a member of the ancient civilization that ruled the galaxy before transferring the consciousness of their entire race into mechanical bodies? And this is more of like a little... Okay, Rhys. Hang on a sec, Rhys. I'm just going to go in there. Okay, so Deep Fatty, you get 1 victory point because that's very close, but not quite it. But that is 1 victory point for a partial guess. Rhys, come in, baby.
This is for the first word, and this is a Ben. This is an Uzi. Subnos.
Oh, you're so close. You're so close.
We're dancing around it, man.
You are so close. I know what you've gone for. I know what you've gone for in that first bit.
But that's not it.
I know what you've done, but it's not it. But you are very close. Very close.
Okay.
God damn, this is a tough one.
It's you might.
Ben,
I'm gonna
just Ben. Subnautic.
It's not. It's not afraid. Shall I move into clues?
What sounds admechy?
Yeah.
What sounds admechy?
I'll go into clues. So, let's go to the first. So I feel like you've got the second part of this.
Yeah.
The first part of the first word. You could also link it to guns. You could link it to something that would hold. You might have, again, it's exactly the same word,
Rhys.
but it is shortened.
Magnos,
that is it. 1 victory point. So it's a magazine, a periodical publication. And if it's about cars, it might feature nitrous oxide systems or NOS, Magnos. So that is the first section. That is a victory point, but just 1 for Rhys. But he is up, Ben, to 5 victory points on this. Oh, mama. So the second bit, I feel like you got some of this. So.
Oh, Ben.
The main.
Ben.
Omicron?
Omicron?
That's it. Magnus Omicron. So it was oh me, oh my. That is the old expression. Oh me, oh my.
I was thinking my, oh my. In the beginning, I was thinking my, oh my. Like, my,
you
oh
were
my.
very miasmic. Yeah, no, oh me, oh my.
Oh me, oh my.
Yes.
No, that did not clear. That must have been a British and American thing. That's fine.
Oh, you know what? I think Primaris. I don't know if Ali got that. Ali, you're gonna have to be honest with us. Did you get that before clues? Because you got Magnus Omicron there. I don't know when he got it, but yes, indeed, it was Magnus.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a really good one.
Your brain, because
they've got some weird
standard 40K words. It's very
that's
different.
what I mean.
They've got their own lexicon, that's for sure.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. So it's in the segmentum solar, and you might be surprised to know that the sector, subsector, system, and population are all unknown. But it's located within the Trail of Saint Eversa.
Second founding chapter of the Ultramarines, obviously.
Obviously it's Ultramarines. So these secret and insular tech priests produce tanks and las guns for the Imperial military forces loyal to the Imperial. So it is a loyalist Forge World. But that's pretty much it.
That was a good one.
That is pretty much it. So that's our first Forge World.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Legions of Russ. So that is a victory point for Ben. So we end that one. So round 2 of season 3. That ends up with 5 victory points to Rhys, 1 victory point for Ben. And you know what? That is the exact mirror of our first round. So you're now basically back to evens. And let us, Rhys, play us out with the theme song.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Wow, that was special.
Ooh.
What a tense start to the opening stanza of season 3. Now we know it's season 3.
Tense. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think Ali got it there. He was the powering through for the chat there. We had Digger Owl.
I think I'm going to choose not to believe that. I'm going to believe that Rhys, that we got it.
Yeah, I like to think so.
As much as we are enemies, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah,
and in the war against chat, you are my friend.
We can ally against chat, definitely.
As opposed to being my enemy in real life.
Only part-time. Because you're the nicest guy. How could you hate the nicest guy in Kill Team?
How could you hate the nice guy in Kill Team?
Well, that's it. That's the show for today. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat. You guys have been fantastic as always. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to turn up and joining in Legions of Russ. Thank you to our patrons. You guys have got something special after the show, and it's something we're going to be trying to do a lot more. It's just a bit of a chat with the team. It's a bit of a green room special after the show. We're just going to hang out, talk some nonsense about Kill Team, have a bit of a laugh. And Russ has even been good enough, if required. Now, if everyone's a bit nervous, just as an icebreaker, there's a Legions of Russ ready to be thrown in there as well.
There is one there if we want it.
So if you are a Kill Team Casualist patron, a Kill Team Casualist, if you will,
the most casual.
The most casual, hop over in the Battle Brothers tabletop server. There is, I'll just read it out. I don't want to get it wrong. Down in the voice channels, look, Admiral Rudy's already waiting for us. He's already
baby, the Admiral. Commodore
KTC
Rudy.
Patron Party. The KTC Patron Party. If you are a patron in the Discord and you have that role, you can just pop on in there. Head over there. We're gonna hang out and talk and just do what we do on air, but just not on air.
Just like what you listen to and you subscribe to, but without that part. Yes.
Without that part, yeah.
It's like you know, when bands do intimate sessions, you know, and they play a gig with like just a small
Kill Team Casuals Unplugged.
Ooh,
have you got your guitar, Ben, ready? Oh, we have it. Oh, baby.
My favorite part was there that slowed down and it looked like you bringing the guitar in was like slow-mo, but it was just like a bit of a delay. Well, as always, thank you big time to Russ from GFN Gaming for all that you do on the show, my friend.
Thank you so much, Rhys, for thanking me for all that I do. It's warranted. And I'd just like to say thanks again to me. You're doing a great job. Ben, would you like to thank me also?
Yeah, thank you, Russ, for being the russiest of the three of us here. So
I appreciate that. I think that's a compliment. I'm going to take it. And thanks, Ben, for being the best guest. You're always here. It's like we can't get rid of you, mate. I don't know who invites you here every week.
Just I keep turning up.
But here he is. Here he is.
Here I am. Here I am, and there you are. And here I am, and over here, over here, under here, down under here is Rhys from just the beardiest, bestiest, down underiest man. Thank you to you, Rhys.
Guys, I feel like we've nailed the goodbyes this week.
Okay.
I think we've nailed the goodbyes this week. That's so smooth.
Only getting better. Only getting better.
That's the show, guys. Make sure the show will be up on Casual War Gamers on YouTube. You can listen. I mean, if you're already listening here, but other places, it's also available wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we'll be here live each week on Twitch. That's it, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
See you later. As always, a big old sloppery wet kiss of a thank you to all our patrons who help support the channel. A huge thanks to Kill Team Ken, Roscoe88, Justin Kung, Average Joe 27, Kill Team Cascadia, Craig F. Lincoln, George, Alan Chapman, Hillux, Swanky McMofo, Stooge Co., Admiral Rudy, Michael Richard, Gordon Ballantyne, Dave B, Io Adrian, Jack Whittingham, Trilly Chatterjee, and Vincent Cerruti. We couldn't do half of what we do without your support, so thanks so much.